Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode. Now, unlike my previous episodes which were on the new SquareOne server, this one is actually a showcase of my old world. And I do this because lately I have been working on the Skyblock server of SquareOne, and I don't really have that much time to build on my own survival server. So that's why I am now showing you what I have done in the previous year or something like that. So yeah, this is my old survival world and I really wanted to share this with you guys. So as you can see, I have been playing for quite a while on this map, and yeah, I have built all of this in survival. And I'll show you guys around real quickly. So these are all just houses. I have got some villagers in here. I did that by converting some zombies, so that was took me quite a while to get it, and as you can see here, I've blocked off a safe zone so they wouldn't get taken by zombies again. So yeah, I'll show you around real quickly around here. So most of these buildings are just empty though. I can show you. Like, yeah, it's just completely empty. It's just for building it up and having a nice town. Not many buildings in here are actually being used, but one of those that is being used is this one, and this is actually very first house. It still has dirt in it. It's the very first house I ever built on this server, and it started out as just a cobblestone shack, really. So that's why it's the cobblestone on the side here, and I upgraded it a bit, and finally it ended up like this, and it's quite nice, and it's still my base. So it has all the things you need, some storage and a chest. This is just for fun. And the crafting bench, and down here I have some more furnaces and some more storage. So yeah, this is my base of operations. Really, it's still quite the center of my whole village. And the second project I did on the server was this castle here, and I do believe I have relocated most of my storage to this castle. So most of my stuff is in here, in a secret location, of course. And as you can see here, this is my little village I built. And there's a church in the background there that's right about the end of the village. And that church really actually is a replica of the church in my hometown. So yeah, that was nice to build as well. Also did it all in survival, and I also have built, like I said in the previous episode, a castle, Neuschwanstein. I did build that in creative first and then just copied over in this survival world, but this is all just me building in survival, no pre-planning or whatsoever. So yeah, let's go inside. This is also a nice feature I made. This gate, I can open this gate by entering the right combination. And if I'm not entering the right combination, I'll just show you what happens. I get flushed down the toilet. So yeah, that's what happens if you do not know my code. But if you do enter the right code, and this code is, by the way, completely programmable, so you can actually, I can actually change the code whenever I like, but at this moment it's 3, 3, 2, 4. That's the right code, and if everything goes well, yep, the gate opens. And I can go inside my castle. Now, like the village, also this castle is quite empty on the inside. Yeah. Besides from my storage room and my diamond floor. Ta-da! Yep, I do not use diamond tools very often. Instead, I just make diamond floss. And up here is my secret storage room. It's nothing fancy really, but it does work. And I don't have a lot of stuff anymore. But yeah, that's my castle, and this is I based it off a real castle as well. It's located in Germany, and it's the name of the castle, or the borough, or I'm not sure how it's called, but the actual name of this castle in real life, which this is based on, is Burg Eltz, and it's located near Koblenz in Germany. And yeah, this is what this is based on, and that castle isn't really a typical castle, but it's rather a collection of landlord houses which are combined into one single complex. So this is I think 4 houses, and this is the biggest house, but it's still rather small compared to what I built nowadays. So I did furnish this a bit. So there's a kitchen, a dining room, and this was the living room, which is empty. And up here there's more emptiness and some beds. And down here is a little secret passage. No, not really secret, but still. And this goes underneath the castle. And there's another furnace room. And right here is my enchanting room. And my potions room. With a duck. Or a chicken, I mean. And this is my enchanting room, so I can flip the switch and all the bookcases come down. And I can do mine. So yeah, that's the castle. And the next big thing I built was the church. So let's just take a look there. Oh, maybe I should let you see the... Oh wait, that's my horse. I need him later, so I shouldn't lose him. I should show you guys the... Just let's fly over here. The mechanism for the lock. So that's right here. So there's one line for every button. It goes all the way down there somewhere in the basement. And there is also a combined line which also goes down, and this line just makes sure the right memory cells are triggered when I push the button. So maybe for the ones who know a bit of redstone it makes sense, but I'm not really sure how to explain all this. So everything comes down here in a big wiry mess all the way down here, and this is actually the line that comes from all of the buttons. And what this does is trigger this clock, or this thing. So I can show you, whenever I send a pulse through here. Oh, damn it. Didn't really work like it should. So that one is supposed to go off. So yeah, now it did work. As you can see, it continues, it sends power to the next row of redstone, and that controls actually which number in the code is triggered by the button. So I'll just reset this to the very first one, like so, and that was the trapdoor mechanism, which triggers whenever the gate doesn't open. And yeah, so these are columns of the number sequences, and here are rows of redstone, and these represent the numbers you press. So whenever you press the first button, the top row of redstone goes off. For this second button, this row goes off. The third button, this row, and the fourth button, this row goes off. And because one of the columns of redstone is on, you get a row of redstone off and a column of redstone on, and that sends a signal through to one memory cell right over here. And after that, in this redstone mess, if you press the right combination, all these pistons here shove into this power line here, and power gets all the way to the back and triggers the gate. Now in this part there's a bunch of levers here, and these control the code that is programmed. So I can just flip one of these buttons and the code changes. So that's how this works. I'm not going into detail much further than this, but if you request maybe a tutorial on something like this, I might be able to refresh my memory and make one for you guys. So the fun thing about this is it's expandable. Yeah, it's really expandable. So you can have a code as long as you want, and you can have as many digits as you want. I have a 4 code digit and 4 numbers. So there's 4 rows and 4 columns, which means 16 memory cells needed. But you can just add a row and a column, and you have a 5-digit code and 5 different numbers you can use. So now let's just continue to the castle, and I'll take my horse with me. all the way to the other side of my village. And here is my church. Which took quite a long time to build because I had to get all of the clay for this brick. Just like my castle, which also is made of bricks. But yeah, it took quite some time to build. I'll just park my horse here in the cemetery for a while so he doesn't run away. Yeah, so and this is the church. Sorry for that. So this is actually, it's as good as replica 1-to-1 scale as I could make of my hometown church. It isn't a very big church, but it isn't a small one either. So this is the altar and the choir, and up there is the organ. The main entrance, and up here you can go into the tower. So this is where the organ is supposed to be. And up here is the bell tower. Now I never finished all the bells, as I can see. But yeah, you get the idea. And up here is on top of the ceiling of the main ship. But we can continue further up along the bells all the way to the top. This is the actual clock made of gold blocks. And up here is just emptiness, but you can have a nice view of my town right here. Now you can see a road going into the distance, and there's also a road on the other side. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, and those roads, they lead to other players, as well as my Neuschwanstein castle, which I will yeah, let's walk there. I don't want to make this episode too long, so maybe I'll tour it another time, but for the end of this episode, let's just ride our horse all along the road to the castle. If I can find my horse, there it is. Come here, you. Sorry, dead people. Didn't mean to step on your graves. So yeah, this road is actually one of the last projects I built. On here, this is where I tried and terribly failed to fight a wither. So I built a 4x4 cobblestone generator under which I could hide, but I still got killed and I lost all my diamond gears I ever actually made. So yeah, that was pretty terrible, and I had someone else to kill it for me eventually because I didn't want to get my village attacked by it. But yeah, that was a terrible failure. But anyway, this road here continues all the way to another player called Lizard Mantau, who was my neighbor, and this road, which we'll take now, this one goes all the way to the castle. And also this road continues all the way to spawn as well. So yeah, it should come within sight any moment now. There it is. My Neuschwanstein castle. And isn't it a beauty? Oh. So yeah, we'll continue up here. This is the main road that goes to the castle. All of this mountain you see here was actually built by me. And therefore it's completely hollow. So I have an enormous amount of space right underneath the castle. The actual mountain I built this on apparently was a bit too small for this whole castle to stand on. So yeah, this is all, with all these trees up here, is all made by hand. And I got a little present. But yeah, this is the castle. And with that, I do want to end this episode. I will tour this castle and show it a bit more in a separate episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and because I don't have a lot of time, please excuse me, but I will try and get the next episode done next Monday. So I will try to keep up with one episode a week for now, and whenever I'm done at the SquareOne Skyblock server, I probably will come back to you guys with some more survival. And maybe also a tour of the Skyblock server. Once that is done, I can actually show some stuff, which I'm very eager to do. But for now, see you guys later. Let me know what you think. Goodbye.